Here we go. Hi, guys.
Hello, guys. How are
Hi,
you?
Steven.
What's going on?
What is this?
What's up,
Who
guys?
is this?
What do you mean? What's up?
What's happening here?
What is this? Is this you now? Is this?
Dude. All right. So
I do not understand.
I don't either. For the listener of this, Mark wouldn't show his face until right this very second, and he has. It looks like felt or Sharpie or a combo of the two, like the thickest, darkest eyebrows
yeah.
you've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. When I go to get my hair cut, the lady always trims my eyebrows.
Yeah.
And once you get to like an age like 22, 23, they start getting wiry. You got to start trimming your ears and all that stuff. Sure. it happens so young. So she'll trim my eyebrows every once in a while. And I thought to myself, well, geez, maybe I should get like an ear, nose, eyebrow trimmer. And
I think I see where this is going.
You fucked up trimming your eyebrows, and now you're covering it with Groucho Marx tape on eyebrows.
Your solution was to swing back the other direction as hard as you could.
I didn't want to make it obvious.
So it's more than obvious.
So
you taped on
these
eyebrows.
These are mustache. Remember, I had to be a J. Jonah Jameson, and I bought all these fake mustaches, so I cut a mustache in half and it's on my eyebrows.
Pretty resourceful.
Pretty good. So I brought that thing, and it's got two settings on it. It has only long and short. And I did the long one, and nothing came off. And then I did the short one.
All right. Well, I got a question. I
think I know Steven's question. Please go. The floor is yours.
After you shaved one eyebrow on the short setting,
this is my question. Yes.
Yeah.
You then shaved the other eyebrow too.
That's correct, because I didn't want it to be weird. The last thing I wanted to do is make this look weird. And so I wanted to blend in. And so, first of all, it had only those two settings. It could have just been the on and off button. Do you want them on or off? But it would have been the reverse. So anyway.
Do you have any pictures of what happened?
No, I just looked in the sink and I zonked it off, and I go, that's a lot. And I was like, I don't think this is a trim anymore. But my kids won't talk to me. I had divorce papers sitting on a nightstand earlier, so everything's going okay.
Was it the no eyebrows or these eyebrows that caused you?
Well, these are cool eyebrows. Yeah, no, these are fine.
I'm not arguing the coolness. That's not
100%. I've been wearing my glasses the whole time, and they've been helping have some sort of ridge there, and so yeah, I mean, it honestly isn't that bad, but I thought it would be. And if I wear my glasses, you really can't tell at all. But I thought it would be funnier to do this.
It absolutely is,
and bring it up. So,
does your wife have some sort of makeup that you can almost draw a little something back on, like a faint?
No, yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. I won't wear these the whole time, but they're. Yeah, I'm brave. I'm going to show them that my church. It's really not. It is not as bad as probably what I'm making it out to be, but it is pretty like.
How are those fastened on?
they're like half. They're half an eyebrow right now.
Oh my god.
I mean, I swear to God, I looked in the mirror and I go, I am scaring myself. Dude, it's shocking. It is shocking.
It's a look.
It's not that bad.
Well, I look like I'm going through they're testing medication on me right now.
Well, here's the thing. I think only my wife knows this. That's like, I don't really need my glasses as much as I wear them at the computer and like on the stream and podcast, but
Yeah.
on camera, I have blondish eyebrows and they're not very, and like mine don't really show up that much on camera. So I wear my glasses more for the exact same reason that you said.
Interesting.
Because it does give me some sort of, can't take you fucking seriously.
Okay, there. I'm looking at Jeff talking with his glasses, and I just look over. Oh god, it's gonna be like this the whole night.
I know.
You gotta draw some real like interested eyebrows on.
And look, I'm gonna go ahead and wear my glasses because if I do this, you can't tell. You can't tell at all.
That looks good. That looks
right?
good. Uh-huh.
And I could have sat down on this podcast tonight, put this, not mention it, don't say anything to you guys. You guys probably wouldn't have done it. But I cannot, I mean, hey, baby.
I appreciate it. Don't you fucking dare. No, with the...
I had to go, you know what? This is something we need to talk about. Yeah.
Are you doing this stuff for the
No way.
Oh, dude, for what?
Just for the podcast. We got space and stuff to talk about. You don't have to do this to yourself, Mark.
I thought you guys told me to do something we can talk about, and that's what I did.
No, I said we're full of space. I didn't say we need to fill the space.
Oh, why then? Why would I shave my eyebrows?
Mark.
Okay, so you did one, and then you said, shit, I screwed up. And then you went ahead and did the other on purpose.
Yeah. I said, give me the full, what is it? Cro-Magnon Neanderthal look.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're looking at a choice.
That is a choice.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
Well, you know what? Like, it's just like if you see someone in glasses for the first time, it just takes you a little bit to get you. Oh, wow, that's an interesting new look. Okay. After a few minutes, I think it's gonna be fine. I think we're
sure. Yeah.
Won't even notice. Won't even be able to tell.
And the thing is, yeah. So Dana even was like, I mean, I can draw some on if you really, because I can draw a pencil in a couple of things. Now, here's the thing: it's kind of timely because, people don't know that we're listening to this right now, but I have COVID currently. I just took another test and I have it, and it was bad. And the first day was so bad, I was like, God, I'd rather just shave my eyebrows off than have this. And then I did both.
You are a hot mess. I wish you well soon.
I didn't know that this was like a COVID thing. Like,
yeah,
you just
big thing with COVID. So I
you should have just told people that your eyebrows like fell out from COVID.
Yeah, new strain. It's harsh.
Wow, God. Let me read you this headline. NASA is raising eyebrows with their new James Webb Telescope.
Too soon.
I had to because of COVID and the timing and getting out. I had gigs lined up Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm still doing the Saturday gig, but guess who's wearing their glasses on stage? Because it'll be 10 days. So they say you can get back out there, and then obviously I gotta make sure it tests negative. But I'll just wear this. Dude. You know what I'll wear? I'll wear a lot of accessories, like not only glasses, but like maybe a lot of hands, maybe a lot of rings, like Johnny Depp.
A beret in the hair.
Yes, a lot of things that will distract. Like, there's something about that guy that was off.
I don't know what it was. Draw very, very faint. Draw face tattoos now and have them almost completely gone by the time it's time for the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, did he have a face tattoo? It looked like he had a face tattoo or something.
Right?
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
There's a panther on his cheek. Maybe I couldn't tell. It was something weird about him.
Yeah, that's another thing. No one did this to me in my sleep.
Yeah, you weren't gorilla masked. You were pranked by roommates.
Yep.
This problem here, I don't know that this has happened to anyone else I've ever known. That's a unique problem here.
This is a good point. This is a first for me too.
Yeah.
To have half your eyebrows
in my life.
I'll let you guys know when I'm surprised.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
I know you won't be able to tell.
I did a similar thing when I was even younger than I am now. I used to buzz my head for years. I had just had a set of clippers, and I'd buzz my own hair.
Baby. Yeah, you would do that. Save some change.
Save some time.
Yeah. Wow.
And the clippers were I had been using them for a couple years. They were slowing down, weren't cutting as good. So I was like, I'll take them apart, oil them up, and probably be good as new. Took them apart, cleaned them out, oiled them up, put them back together, and then I was like, well, let's see how they're cutting. Streak straight down the middle, and then I realized I didn't put a guard on. Just no guard, right down the middle.
Nazi guard.
Reverse mohawk.
Reverse mohawk.
Oh. Okay.
And that is short.
Yeah.
I wasn't going that short when I was actually cutting my hair. So I had to I tried to fade, step it out to higher. It was bad. These things can happen. It can happen. It can happen to the top of your head. It can happen to the front of your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be careful.
Accidents.
Be careful with those clippers.
That's never been a style, has it? In the history of the reverse mohawk.
You mean male pattern baldness?
I mean, straight down the middle. The closest thing was those monks, right? But
yeah,
reverse
that's it.
mohawk, I've never seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't catch on when I did it either. Nobody was really going for it.
Right.
No. Well, Mark, glad you're doing better. I guess I don't know.
I'm worse.
Yeah. It seemed like you were recovering, but then this whole thing,
dude, I wonder if COVID affected my brain a little bit.
It definitely did.
You're talking about brain fog. You're talking about full blown just
London
can't
fog.
Think for yourself. Yeah, London fog, thick fog. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I'm
gonna call Dana after the podcast.
Well,
yeah.
We'll do some research and figure out if that's what's going on.
Just let her know that you're concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hi guys.
Hi. Yeah. Hello.
Surprised.
We are Mark, Steven, and Jeff. Hummy's VR Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is our podcast. You can see us on YouTube, on Twitch, on Patreon, on Discord. Go to hummysvrcomedy.com to find all the places you can find us. If you want.
It's a good place.
Yeah. It's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
I don't the whole eyebrow. Can you put the thick ones back on?
Yeah, I'm so thrown off.
Yeah, I put the glasses on.
I don't know what to do.
Because
you do glasses and eyebrows?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, I was already rolling them up because I thought I didn't need them, but I do.
No, I think you do. I can't.
What do we normally do on the pod? Do we do
I don't know. I don't.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Better.
All right.
I guess.
Should we just shut it down now?
I don't know. I have a word.
Okay, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, some normalcy here.
Steven, will you describe words to him, please? He looks very confused.
Okay. Wow.
This is acceptable, I think.
That's
Can't
fine.
even tell.
That's fine.
Well, I have a word from another language.
Oh yeah, okay.
That does not exist in English, or a direct translation does not exist in English. I'm going to give you guys the word, and then you have to guess at what country or region or whatever language it comes from and what it means.
Okay, let's do it.
This week's word is hygge.
Aha.
You already know it?
I think I do. Can you spell it? Spell it.
Hyggellig. Hygge.
Okay. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, I wasn't able to download a pronunciationist this week, but I'm playing the thing and hearing it and then pronouncing it right after, and I think I'm close.
I believe this is a Danish word.
Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. Mark goes first.
Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna say this is a hygge. Hygge. This is a word from
Yeah, definite mental side effects of COVID.
Write this down.
This is Italian. This is an Italian word.
Okay.
Hygge. Hygge means to not be as careful with trimming hair parts.
Oh, very timely word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good guess. An Italian word. Mark's guess is an Italian word meaning not being careful with hair trimming, bodily trim, maintenance, body maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And now, Steven, the floor is yours. What is your guess?
I could be completely wrong, but it reminds me of a word I heard a while back. But it was a Danish word that meant like having a comfortable life.
Mm.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Mark, you were with me.
I don't remember that, but I know the.
It's the fog, I think.
Yeah.
I'll remind.
Do you normally call Mark and tell him about all the words that you've heard?
No, we were in Denmark.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
And we had a tour guide that taught us a word, and I think it sounded something like that. And if it's not it, I'll find it. Yeah,
that's a fucking crazy memory. I can't even remember. No? Sorry, was I talking?
No, it's fine.
Okay,
you can lay down if you want. Well, Steven, don't bother looking it up because you're spot on.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. Okay.
It's a Danish and Norwegian word for a mood of coziness and comfortable. This is an English word. I should be able to say this, but it's kind of confusing. Conviviality.
Yeah.
Conviviality with feelings of wellness and contentment. Cozy, if you will.
Yeah. Okay, so this happened. We were in Denmark. We had this tour guide. I think his name was Magnus.
God, yes,
remember that?
More than likely.
That guy? Okay, yeah. And the guy, it was actually a really good tour. We were in Copenhagen. We were walking around, and he was teaching us all about the city and stuff like that. And I remember this was funny because he had these jokes that were built into his tour, right? And he made the joke that the Danish don't have clever or creative words for their monuments and their historical buildings and historical sites. And he made this example a few times as we're going throughout the tour. Like he's like, over here, this is our marble church. Can anyone guess the name of what this is? And of course, everyone's silent. And he goes, we call it the Marble Church. He's like, guys, you have to, he'd do that thing. He was like, come on, guys, you got to keep up, you should learn these things by now. And then later on in the tour, Mark had a wonderful joke. He was talking about the royal family there, and he says, and he didn't mean for this to be a joke. He was giving some information. He's like, "Oh, this is where the princess so and so will come here." And you guys know his firstborn son. You know his name. He was the oldest. You guys know his name, and Mark goes, "Oldest" was his name. And I remember he kind of stood there shocked, and he kind of smiled, and he's like, "Shit, I got to use that. That's good."
That sound. Oh wow, God, dude, you have a fucking insane memory. That's crazy.
No, I just when you're traveling, you just remember those little moments. Those little moments, they stick with you.
Yeah.
But
well, I was there too.
You were, yes, you were.
I do remember a lot from that trip. Speaking of little, the thing that stuck out to me that was little was those little baby dicks that were painted everywhere.
Let's clarify. This was
this is in all the Renaissance paintings and
all the Renaissance paintings. Yes, lots of dicks, lots of nudity, people lying around, hanging out with their tits out, and
dicks are flaccid.
Yep, people are pointing at things,
and no one had any hard dicks in those pics. That's because
I think that's all that painting was back then. Is just painting naked people pointing at other things.
You know what? It's because the painter took way too long, and you can't keep it up for that long, right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right. You got to hold still for a few hours.
Yeah. You just had to find meth heads who could just crank it for hours on end if you wanted a picture of a hard dick.
Right.
So that's our word.
Nice.
Comfy,
good word.
Cozy, Keegley. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. It sounds correct in my ears, but I'm sure it's not right.
And wow,
it might be like Hugel or something like, I don't know. I can't remember.
And it's just that feeling of content and just
cozy, nice.
Their whole lifestyle over there. Yeah, I remember going over there and be like, I think this is the place I would move to. Out of all the places that we went to, I was like, this is the one.
Yeah, it was a fun time. If you're ever in Copenhagen, get the free walking tour. It's totally, I was going to say worth it, but it's free. So
it's worth the time.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
Well, but there's the whole flight, the hotels. I mean,
that's the cost. Yeah.
That adds up.
Yeah. Can't do that these days.
Speaking of time, I've been looking around, I'm scrolling through the internet the last day or so. In my brain, I've been looking back in time, I think. I don't know. Some real weird pictures. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Let me tell you, I've been surprised a couple of times today now.
I wish I could show you guys.
We were talking about this a long time ago.
Wow.
James Webb Telescope, we finally received the images.
Yeah. You sent those in Discord, right? Those are the ones we're going to talk about? Yeah.
Yeah. So open up those eyes and see this. Sending the link. God, what was it, like a year? We were talking about the launch that was going to happen, right? This thing.
It was Christmas Day.
Yeah, it launched Christmas Day.
Wow.
Was it Christmas Day?
I think so, yeah. Decades of planning, billions and billions of dollars to get this thing to fold into a rocket. And then we were all nervous the day of the launch. Okay, it launched. Okay. Okay, now it's in space. Now it's unfolding. And for 6 months, we were like, now it's doing this. Now it's getting ready. Now it's calibrating. Finally, we got the images.
Now, to be clear, these images are ancient.
Yeah.
These are old images.
The light in these images, 4.6 billion years old.
Whoa.
Or is it 4.3? I think it's these are 4.3 and the universe. Like, I think Big Bang was 4.6, right? Is that right? Am I right on that?
I think it was 13 and a half or something, or
so
16 billion. Yeah, I think it's like 13 something billion.
I was off by a little bit.
But it doesn't matter. What do you think of this? It's hard to.
I look swollen. Did you sit on them or something?
It's hard to comprehend what we're seeing here.
Yeah. So for the listener, we're looking at the picture on NASA's website of the Carina Nebula, which is I feel like one of my favorite of the ones that have come out so far. I think it's my favorite. Like it's the one that looks like the red brown dust is like poofing up from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a tweet from somebody today that said every dot in this picture that doesn't have like the spikes coming out from it is a galaxy, I believe.
Yeah. We're looking at
heavy, man. That is heavy.
And for the listener, there's a lot of dots.
A lot of dots. I mean, yeah. We're seeing galaxies, not stars. So each galaxy has billions and billions of stars in it. Each one of those stars is a sun that has anywhere from unknown number of planets around it. Like
that's why I mean, like, obviously before seeing this, when you're like, oh, do you think we're the only thing here? Like, are you fucking dumb?
Yeah.
Are you fucking dumb? Like, of course not. There's something out there. And then you see something like this and you go, Jesus Christ. There's, 15 million different species probably just out there hanging out.
I mean,
some probably don't even have eyebrows.
Which is fine.
Which is fine if you don't. Okay?
Totally fine.
It's totally fine.
So we're completely bald, and that's okay. You don't need hair to be a good species.
Anything. No. Hank. It's very cool.
Right, yeah. The albinos.
Very cool. They have hair.
COVID, folks. He's suffering from COVID. Please.
Look, you guys' backs are going to have to really be hurting by the end of this episode from carrying this shit.
Send in your donations and well wishes to.
This is it, baby. This could be my last podcast.
Odds are that there's not only a species out there with no eyebrows, but there's probably some humanoid species somewhere else that just today shaved their eyebrows for the first time too.
On accident.
On accident.
And one on purpose.
Right.
One could be doing a little Britney Spears, going through that and just shave everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys would have kept the one eyebrow?
No.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have. But I mean, it was so drastic that I was like, it makes it look more obvious. At least they'll grow back in like 2 weeks and they'll be like, okay, they're short,
I see your point. That is a tough call.
It's tough. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to we're talking about history here, and I'm trying to just deter the conversation.
Look, it happens. It happens.
Yeah. All right.
What? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of speechless. Like, I look at this stuff and I'm like,
well, it was an accident. Okay.
It really takes your breath away.
Really, yeah.
Looking at this,
I just can't believe
what
I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just don't release the video, I guess, or whatever.
Sure. I mean,
I don't like just reading about all this stuff. Like the
to think this was all just an accident, maybe.
I mean, there was a bang. Like all the light years, it makes me feel so stupid. Like reading about this stuff, like the light years, and like, like hearing like how old the light is, but like how old is the thing that it's coming from? Where are they? And are they in the same history that we're in?
Yeah, I guess
because they're so far away.
Yeah, we're looking at what they looked like many billions of years ago. So it's
what are they doing now?
Explain to me this. This is, and I'm going to take my
Don't take
glasses
them off. Don't take them off. Leave them on.
Science guy at the table debating.
Well, no. You're gonna scare all the children. I guess that's the hard thing to comprehend. And like, all right, we took a picture of this 3 months ago, and it's a couple billion years old, and I'm like, what did you say?
Right. I'm in the same boat with you.
Could
like,
be,
I don't.
Yeah.
It makes me feel stupid. Like, I hear them saying it and read it over and over. I'm like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
At first, now one of the first I saw. I don't want to skip around all these pictures, but there's the smacks. That was the one I saw. That was like the one they released, and they're like, "Wow, this is fucking unbelievable!" And I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy!" But I did see the Southern Ring Nebula next, like, so that was the second one, and I was like, that side by side comparison of the Hubble to the James Webb, I was kind of like, I don't know if that was worth $10 billion.
Yeah,
like that's I mean, okay, it's cool and it's better, but $10 billion. I mean, that's quite
I see what you're
sell.
saying. Yeah, like.
But the other pictures, I mean, they're fucking unbelievable.
This SMACS one is basically the same location where the Deep Field Hubble image was from. You've probably seen the side by side comparisons, but
yeah.
This one's brighter and better, and the Hubble was 1990, and so this new image still old, but it shaves off a few years.
Shaves, yeah. Okay.
The SMACS one I was reading about earlier today, I guess because of something called a gravitational lens. We're able to see they are able to see even further because the gravity from something in this picture is bending the light so that you can see behind them.
Yeah, I don't get it, but that's what's happening. Right, you take the Hubble thing and you'll see some places that are dark. This one shows that there's even more galaxies behind those, and it just keeps going and going and going.
So on this nebula picture, not the Southern Ring, the Carina, those are all galaxies.
Yeah.
It's fucking unreal.
There's a lot of shit out there.
Like,
it makes you feel tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said like that was the phrase everyone is using is on the news. The science talker was talking about basically what you're looking at here in this SMACS image is if you took a grain of sand and held it out in front of you at arm's length, that's the little point that this telescope is focused on in the sky. Just one random piece of space sky, and that's what's happening in it.
Oh my God.
So, yeah. So
I wish I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, that's
a good point.
This is a random piece of space the size, from our perspective, it looks like a grain of sand. So this is everywhere, basically. So
I'm gonna puke.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
I think it's a little comforting though, like that, like you're saying, we're all so small. Like if you shave your eyebrows, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
It's really not.
There are bigger things out there to worry about.
Right.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I mean, and I think, and maybe it's a little depressing. It could be depressing or really cool. I think it's cool where it's like, oh, dude, nothing matters. Nothing really. I mean, look at this shit. You look at that speck of sand. I mean, that's in the galaxy and all that stuff going on. Like all those different galaxies. I mean, that's fucking New York. People are bumping into each other. Get the fuck out of the way. It's so fucking crowded out there.
It is. But also things are far apart from each other. So
sure. No, I understand. But I mean, that, like you said, the little speck, all this shit is in there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, in those individual galaxies, there's probably parties going on,
Yeah.
There's at least one party in that Smack's image.
Yeah, I would say so. Yep. Yeah, it looks like multiple. I would wager there's probably multiple parties happening in that image.
I would love to have a quote by someone with this image. Multiple parties probably happening just in this picture.
The president yesterday gets up to the press conference to announce all this stuff. And, with, great human determination and willpower and intelligence, we can now definitively say there is probably a party happening in this image right here.
That's right. That's right. Now, I guess I'm no science talker myself, but you see how some are like red and some are blue. Like apparently the red ones are like kind of like going away from you, and the blue ones are kind of like coming towards you.
Interesting.
Because like how like you're like standing and then someone on a bike is playing music and they're riding by you, and as they're going away you hear the music get slower, but it's not actually getting slower. They're just going away from you, so the wavelength is longer. Same thing with light.
Effect.
Oh, yeah. Same thing with light.
I was like, oh, they all have tail lights. That makes sense. They're going away. You see the back of them. They're all red.
This is just a shot of the highway.
Pretty much. Yep. No, that's good.
God, I could just stare at this forever.
Yeah, it's
Do we want to devote some podcast time to just quiet staring at the image?
I think it'd
be nice. A good way to pay respect to all the intelligent people that made this happen.
Sure.
15 minutes of silence.
15 minutes.
Pay our respects.
Now it's crazy because like you think about space and we've seen the images obviously before, but for it to be this clear and then you go, wow, it's not just like this little bit. It's fucking packed with shit. I don't know. It's kind of scary.
Yeah. Scary how? What do you think of when you think scary?
I guess maybe scary is not the right word, but just I guess it makes you feel small. Yeah.
I guess so.
Like,
I've seen scarier things today.
Like all this shit is going on and has been going on for 14 billion years or something.
Yeah.
And like us in the timeline of all of this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
All of our little problems are so stupid compared. Like the universe doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, some problems are bigger than others. But
if you had the beginning of time till now represented as 1 year, humans have showed up in the last microsecond of December 31st.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't even think you could slice that year small enough to show where humans are.
So it's like we just appeared, we just appeared.
We're fucking up this badly already.
Yeah. We just now learned about this. We're a little late to this party.
But also, we're fucking this up, but there's so many other galaxies we can go to. We can get the fuck out of this one and go to another one.
It's not us. It's the people. Like there's going to be these people going with us, and they're.
Yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, I didn't mean them. I meant like just us. We can.
Just three of us go party at some other place.
Yeah, we can go to a different party.
Works for me.
Bring our solo cups.
Hell yeah! Party at the Moon Tower.
Yeah. Go to another galaxy. What's up, bruh? What you guys doing, bruh?
Oh God.
We'll bring
to
some
some
beef
species.
jerky.
We're just like COVID or something. They're just like,
oh no,
shit. Oh my God, are they still here?
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. These pictures they raise a lot of interesting questions.
A lot of eyebrows. Yeah. No, yeah, they do. Tell today, Junior.
COVID.
Tell
It's
me
okay.
about
COVID.
it.
Just
what kind of questions are you thinking? Now, what's this WASP 96b? What the fuck's going on here? There's a wavelength of light and amount of light blocked.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to figure out like if planets might have water on them based on this new information.
Okay.
And they have. NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has captured the distinct signature of water, along with evidence for clouds and haze in the atmosphere surrounding a hot, puffy gas giant planet orbiting a distant sun-like star.
Wow.
So already, within one day,
we can know that there's an Earth-like planet out there.
Well, a water...
Kind of Earth-like.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got water.
Having water. Close enough for me.
Some of it have, obviously, has too much water. Think about that.
Oh yeah, maybe
you just got a whole ocean out there.
Okay, so there's definitely other places with water.
Do you think that one of these galaxies has like sharks? Like obviously, if you have an ocean planet, and then you're like, oh, they have sharks the same as they do over here, like we do.
Oh, they probably got all kinds of sharks. Or do you think it's
a shark with 3 heads? Like that's not a shark. That's a shark. The old Crocodile Dundee.
I feel like looking at these pictures, it makes me kind of think like, yeah, like there's no reason why the multiverse can't be real, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like seeing like the side, like how much of everything there is. Why not? I guess.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah. 3-headed, you say 3-headed sharks?
Yeah, but it's like that's what qualifies as a shark. Like there are 0. Yeah, well, this is very timely. I just watched the Doctor Strange multiverse one.
Oh, okay, Doctor Stranger. Yeah,
I thought it was honestly after it ended. I go, I don't know, man. That was fucking wild. Like it was. I hate to say it, but it was like that's a little too insane.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, and I can already tell you they got to step it up. They got to take it to the next level, and it already was there a while ago. So now it's like now you're just not believing it anymore. Yeah.
Speaking of multiverse and cartoons, Rick and Morty obviously are very heavy into the multiverse.
Yes.
I have a question. I have a voicemail that ties into this kind of, if you guys want to listen to it and maybe see if we can answer a question for somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. That is in this universe on our planet.
Oh, okay.
What are the odds? Okay.
Can we get our podcast out into other universes now?
Oh my God.
Can we be the first?
That's a possibility.
We'll look into this. I won't, but
Okay.
All right, here we go. I have a message.
It. All right.
We hear it now.
What's up, guys? This is Ian from Wisconsin. Love your stuff, of course. A few podcasts ago, you had a caller basically saying that Jeff was Tina from Bob's Burgers, and I'm kicking myself for not calling you first and like getting my stuff out there because I had the same feeling, the same thoughts, but not just for Jeff, but for Mark and Steven as well. I don't know if you guys are even a fan of the show. If not, oh well. But basically, Steven is the Luis character, and Mark is the Eugene character. So you got Jeff, who's kind of like the brains of the organization, at least as I see it, or as your personas are on the podcast. But brains of the organization, but also not necessarily the risk taker. Luis is the plotter and schemer, and Eugene is the like bullshitter and nonstop entertainer. And that's, I mean, all you guys are entertainers, but that's just, I can't watch that show now without seeing 3 of you. It's probably kind of weird. But either way, question, right? So with that said, what cartoon or animated character would you see yourselves as if you had the choice? Again, love all your stuff. Thanks for all the great stuff you guys do. Bye.
Wow, thanks, Ian.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
That's no, it's not weird. That just kind of confirms, hey, maybe we're doing something right here. Maybe we could have a show, you know?
Yeah, man, another universe. Wow, yeah.
It's funny. It's very timely. I watched Bob's Burgers when it first came out a little bit, but just within the past month or two, I've already gone back through, and now I've started it from the beginning again. Like it's become my like put it on in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Like my go to sleep show. And I actually even started watching the movie last night. I think it just started streaming on HBO. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Bob's Burgers. It's I think one of the funnier TV shows, and there's so many funny people in that show. Like so many people, like really funny people doing voices in it. And I think I agree with Dean about the characterizations of us.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. I need to look into this. All I know is Tina. I think that's the most well-known character, and I've seen this multiple times that Jeff's voice is similar to the actor who plays Tina, whoever that is.
Dan Mintz, I believe.
Dan Mintz.
Yeah, that
funny
sounds
comic.
familiar. Oh, okay.
One-liner guy. Yeah.
What character are you, though, that you see yourself as in an animated series, I think was the question.
I
haven't seen that many animated shows. I mean, there's some that I loved throughout the years. Like maybe I would be like Fry from Futurama. Just a guy in this trying to make it in this world. Crazy ass world.
I gotta go back and watch that show.
Nonsense happening. I think it's kind of like that, right? I mean, the world gets crazier and crazier every day, and I feel like we're just trying to figure things out as we're going, you know?
I'd say that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Stevens Fry from Futurama. Oh, man. Mark, go ahead if you have an answer. I can't.
I don't have an answer, but I do want to confirm that I have been bullshitting my entire life. I don't know a goddamn thing.
Can you say that line again, but take off the glasses when you...
I don't want to make Jeff puke. Clearly.
Say the interesting thing about the atmosphere composition of the WASP 9B giant gas exoplanet image here.
Doctor, no!
Everyone's like jaws to the floor because they're like, I sorry, what did you say? I was focused on your bare head. Yeah, man, I just and sometimes I mean I definitely feel alone like that, where I'm just like, God, I feel like everybody else has things figured out. Everybody, and especially in like when I used to go into an office and have to wear a suit in a job place. I have never felt more like alone and being like, you guys are just making up words, right? You guys are making up words right now, and we're all pretending that we all know what you're saying, and we're all pretending to know what he's saying, and we're just nodding our heads. It would be so simple to catch me in a lie at my old jobs, but like,
well, it's funny you mentioned we have all of your old bosses here on the line, Mark, ready to tell.
But yeah, I feel like I've been bullshitting since as long as I can remember, middle school, and then you get to high school and you're like, I'll just pass. I just got to pass, right? Good. And then you pass, and then college comes around. Okay, I just got to get a degree, right? Just that, just barely, and then I get that, and then you get a job, and you're like, okay, I just have to do this much to not get fired, right? And
right, yeah.
I mean, my poor children. I hope they never find this podcast, but they might. And if they're listening to this episode, they're gonna know. know what I'm doing, and they're gonna be just. I don't think they'll be surprised because my daughter's already asked me. Yeah, she's already asked me something. She asked me how to spell something, and I started to, and I go, you know what? Let's look it up. Let's look up how to spell that thing. God, yeah, I don't know, Jeff. If you have one, yeah,
95% of the people listening are probably totally agree with you. Probably are in the same boat.
I agree, and I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone listening to this is a child of some parents. So,
yeah.
So don't worry about it. It's fine.
Move over,
Two
deep
parents,
space.
yeah.
We got deep thoughts.
Right. It doesn't matter. You'll be reincarnated on a galaxy far, far away sometime.
Yeah.
And you'll be talking about your gleep glops and how you accidentally shaved your hoozes, you know?
I hope so. God. Character. Yeah, I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head is Randy from South Park. Stan's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Not so out there and aggressive, but like just dumb, you know. I mean, but that's also the classic. Every dad in a cartoon is the idiot.
I think every dad in like all of pop culture or media is just a complete moron.
It's the character you see all the time. Yeah.
It's maybe Charlie Brown for me, but specifically when I'm going to kick the football that Lucy's holding. I don't know. I like, or also maybe Pigpen from Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah,
just the constant like dust stink cloud around me. I don't know. I've immediately just so many options, too many options. Like whoever's just like the biggest ineffective wuss in a cartoon. That's me. I think.
Wow. Good question, Ian. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the question.
I don't know. I like honestly, maybe the more I watch Bob's Burgers, it might be. I feel like Tina. I might be like the boy version of Tina.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a great. I recommend it for everybody.
Yeah, I have not. I think I've seen 1 or 2 episodes when I was been in the background, but I never paid attention. I probably should check it out.
Very well written. A lot of very funny people in there.
Speaking of stuff, I know we said that we might say what we're watching, what we're doing.
Yes, please.
Things to recommend. I have one thing that I am a huge fan of that, Jeff, you've been saying for a long time. Don't show off those eyebrows to me. I started watching this show and I have had to pause it to fucking bend over and just like howl, laugh. Nathan For You. I mean, I mean, that show is so fucking good.
God.
And I saw a clip on
it is
on YouTube, and it was that I had to. It was the buying the TVs in the electronics store for $1, and they were going to match Best Buy's prices.
Yeah.
And I showed a clip, and I was like, I gotta see the rest of this fucking episode. Like, I saw a random clip, so I looked it up, and I'm fucking dying. And I've since obviously COVID, I'm not doing comedy. I haven't been in the headspace to write anything or do anything. So I've just been watching that show, and it is the people they get. It's like it's such a specific type of person where they go, we need a person like this. Where they go out, and it's like they probably get like hypothetically, let's say 50 people. Then they got to run background checks, probably on those people of like, are these people competent? You know what I mean? Like they found a guy who does one episode where they do not DNA, but like finds the kid athletes and can like they're going to do the sponsorship for kid athletes and a big payoff later. And they found this guy that can like, hey, can you see what these kids would look like as adults to give us an idea?
Yeah. I remember
And
that guy.
they're so fucking bad. And the guy is so
Photoshopped.
convinced. Yeah, they're terrible. And it's just the fact that like they're like, we found one guy off Craigslist. So it's like they're specifically going to these places where it's like this isn't a competent person who knows what they're doing or is an expert, but they believe they are. They're that
Right.
That they got to have like this big delusion or. But God, man, I've really been enjoying the fuck out of that show. And I started on season 3, and I went back to season 1. I'm like, it's not that yet, but it is. But season 3 and that I guess that structure where they're at season 3 isn't in season 1. Still funny, but they get it in later in season 1 where it's just like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it. But it's so fucking good.
I love it. I think Steven's the bigger fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I think Nathan Fielder is a genius. The stuff he does is amazing. But like, it's up there. It's up there with God. What are their names? The Impractical Jokers.
Yes. Yeah.
Of like, I almost have a hard time watching it because of the cringe is so hard. Like some of the stuff, like I can't. I don't know what that feeling is, or like, but it's just like, how are these people real? And like, how can they not see what they're doing?
It's wild you mentioned that because they make it awkward on purpose, and then Nathan himself also embraces his social awkwardness.
Yeah,
it's like the Larry David fairy comes by and then taps it with just.
Well, my favorite thing on the electronics store part that like I fucking died where he's like, I'm gonna file this lawsuit for you against Best Buy, and then he felt bad and he was like, how is there a loophole out of this? And the lawyer was like, well, if he pleads insanity or whatever. And he goes, so he has a psychologist do an evaluation, and he tells him like he's insane, like he thinks he's like this guy at an electronics store who works there. I was like, this is so fucking brilliant. I can't even hold it in. And then he goes, after all that, like the lady's like, like he's like kind of looking at him like, see what I'm talking about? And then he goes, well, tell him about the alligator. Because they did this ridiculous setup of like the alligator in a tiny door. And she's like, he leaves and she's like, I mean, he's clearly crazy. I mean, he's talking about alligators and tiny doors. He's made up all this stuff. And he's like, yeah.
It's a brilliant, goddamn brilliant show.
Could I get that in writing? Fuck.
He is so good. An absolute genius.
Yeah. I would love to. I wish, I mean, again, I've said it to him blue in the face. Us and your brother, Jeff, to do a Impractical Jokers, some sort of prank thing that, I mean, I just feel like, that's our calling, but we'll get there when we're like 50, maybe. Who knows? Which is in like, 35 years.
So far off.
So far away.
Yeah. Wow.
I have been, I think, I know I've been talking about this for a couple episodes now, but holy shit, Barry.
Also started watching that.
I have not felt like this about a TV show since Breaking Bad.
Whoa! Wow! Hey,
like yelling at the TV, like yelling at the characters. There was one episode. I think it was the first episode of season. I don't want to spoil anything, but like yelling at the characters, like shut up, quit, just stop talking, and just suspend, like tense. It's the best show that I've seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, I started watching because you had suggested it earlier, and I was like, I'll check it out. And fuck yeah, man, it's real good.
Very good, very dark, very funny. I can't wait to keep going.
And Henry Winkler just is him, and God, I love him.
He's he's the dad that everybody wants, I feel like. Maybe? I don't, just me?
Maybe.
I think it's you.
All right.
I'm sure there's another galaxy out there where someone agrees.
Well, thank you, Ian.
Yeah. Fantastic, man.
Well, guys, I believe that'll do it for us. From space. We've done a pretty good job of keeping it clean and above the belt. I'd say this is it's a pretty good podcast full of highbrow comedy.
Highbrow, you said?
Let me tell you something.